New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe for the Nintendo Switch. First and foremost, this is a fun game that offers hours of entertainment for players of all ages, even old-timers like me. The game will remind you of New Super Mario Bros. For the DS, the sequel for the 3DS, and the old Wii game. And of course, there was the Wii U game, which this game, as I understand it, is an enhanced version of that game. This awesome game features a wide variety of levels and worlds, each with their own unique challenges and obstacles. Towards the end of the game, things start to get very challenging, much like Super Mario 3 on the NES. But if it's too much for you, there are options like using Nabbit or going back to the beginning of the game, power up the character, and going straight to the end again. Graphics are fun and colorful, and the music is catchy, the type of high-quality arrangements that we've come to expect from these Nintendo games, adding to the overall enjoyment here. Now, I went out of my way in this game to collect all the big coins, but I never really used them. One thing about this game, the big coins, I'm thinking you could just go right by these as far as I could tell. And look, I'm not the most skilled gamer, and that's been tested at the Nintendo World Championships, where I didn't remotely win. But that said, the big coins, I don't know if they're a big part of the game that I missed out on or not. It'd be interesting to see what somebody has to say about that. I really went out of my way to collect them, and I don't remember using them, unlike some other Mario games where they really said you need this many of these types of things. So, to me, as far as the big coins go, the worst was sometimes they'd be in a pit, well, on occasion, and then I'd have squirrel power, and I couldn't really slide into the pit to get them, and, you know, it's harder, actually, than if you have the firepower. You got the squirrel power, and you're trying to jump into a pit, because you can't slide, as far as I can tell. There's no option. Really, the squirrel should be able to slide or stick to the wall, but I think the squirrel can only stick to the wall and they can't slide, so... still, I mean, I would prefer the squirrel power over the firepower normally, but... So there that is, with the big coins. So... I'm giving New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, as was written at the top of the video here, a 10 out of 10. Because can you think of a better game in terms of this type of game for a video game console? Okay, yeah, maybe there are better games, but not in a genre. The Super Mario type genre. Okay, or something else if they're going to try Crash Bandicoot or whoever. It's not going to be as good as this. So, the NES games versus this. Well, I personally think they're all pretty much just as good as each other, but one reason why I would say objectively that this is better than the NES games are right now is if you're anything like me, you bought a new TV in the past several years, and if you actually have the Switch that you can play on your television, and you were to do that for whatever reason, rather than using handheld mode, I would say the new Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe is going to be a better game than if you are playing the older games, which you can do, with the Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack has several of the older games, but the graphics aren't going to be as good as this. Even though I think they touched them up a little bit for that service, $50 a year, or $20 just for the NES and Super NES. $50 if you want the N64 as well. Unless you're really slick and have a lot of, you know, gamer friends, which that'd be interesting to coordinate that type of thing on YouTube. I haven't seen a lot of people doing that. Get that discount on the Nintendo and Switch Online Plus expansion pack deal. You know, you can get it as low as, I believe it's $8 a year instead of paying $50. People really got together, but they might shut down that point. So I would say the Super Nintendo game, Super Mario World, that would be, to me, about as good as this, but if also a 10, a lot of these games are 10s, okay? Super Mario 2 on the NES, to me, that was a 10. It was a perfect game. A lot of people don't like it. I really do like that one. But I think if you play those, and I'm always playing my Nintendo Switch in portable mode, so, but this is my theory, is that if you play these on your TV, like I do have the NES Mini and SNES Mini as well, and, you know, the great thing about those, there's a lot going on that's good, but the graphics would not be quite as good as this, and that's why you're paying as much for this. You know, those are $50 a year for all those games you can Switch Online and the expansion pack, whereas just this one game is probably normally $50. It may have been on sale at some point. I don't know if I got it on sale sometime back or what. I wasn't planning on doing this review when I originally bought the game, but I was just thinking about what game I can review, and then I thought of, you know, the Nintendo World Championships, I thought of Mario, and I decided to do this. So, aside from the graphics, there are other ways that this game differs from these old school Switch titles. If you play the versions now, which is you can't rewind if you mess up, okay? And there's no save states quite the same way that the Nintendo Switch Online type games or the NES Mini, SNES Mini, those have save states. Now, for me, I need those save states if I'm playing, let's say, Super Mario 3 or Super Mario 1 on the NES because of my level of skill, and I just want to have a good time. I don't want to be playing the game for that many hours, okay? And I don't want to lose, so I want to beat the game. So I like that, but this, it doesn't have that. You don't really need that with this. It's just difficult enough without that feature. So it does have a way to save the game, like a one-time save that will be there and then disappear so that you can go to sleep or do what you gotta do. Go to school or go to work or something and move on with your life and go back to the game. So, for me, okay, the Switch version is better than the Wii U would have been just because the console is better because I'm a truck driver. I don't know if you've seen the title Truck Driving Video Gamer, okay? But I've been driving a truck for some time. Mostly I've been driving a truck and not playing video games. So, truck driving is first, I guess, you know. But the Switch, I had actually called up Nintendo back in 2014, and I said, hey, I got your 3DS. I can't buy the Wii U because I can't play it really in my truck. I don't want to have to juggle a television that's going to fall on the ground when I hit the brakes. I hate people, you know, like the whole install a television in a big rig thing. I don't know how people do that. Really, I haven't wanted to ever get involved in that, and my current job, they're not encouraging that at all. That'd be a good way to lose the television, because technically, being have what's called slip seating. I mean, it would be kind of weird with my current job if I actually brought my Switch with me to work. That would be planning on sleeping in the truck when I would have no reason to think I would, because I am home every night now. But back when I wasn't home every night, okay, I was like, I want the Wii U, but I can't load it up. You know, they had the games you could play on the controller there, and I was like, I want this, but I don't have a television because I'm an over-the-road truck driver, and it's bad enough as it is, but I want my Wii U, and so I never got the Wii U. Okay, so people are complaining, oh, this game isn't new because it's a Wii U game. Well, I never had the Wii U, so this is new to me, and so I wouldn't take away points for something like this, or Mario Kart being like I should have played it because I didn't play it, so I'm not going to pretend I did, you know. But I do have the similar games for the 3DS and the DS and the Wii, but this Switch, again, just something positive about the console that I like is that the Switch allows me to do these video clips, because I've been trying to think for really years, how am I going to do another review? I really never did a review video before. Been trying to think about recently, actually, because I finally got my job stuff together, and I got a fiance. We're just waiting for her to get her visa to come to the U.S. So I don't really feel like there's a lot of reason that I can't make a video right now. But just researching, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to talk over the video. Okay, basically, if you want to monetize a video. So I've been thinking about this, and with the 30-second clips that the Switch allows you to do, you know, this is an advantage of a Switch game versus, I don't believe, I never had the Wii U. Whether or not that was possible, I don't know, but certainly I had the old Wii, and there was nothing like doing these clips. So when I made a video, I used a DVD recorder, which then, that is another challenge to do the audio over that, okay? But, because as I understand it, you know, I'm supposed to be talking here over the video, but there's technical reasons why this game would be better for me, for the Switch, rather than trying to chase down an old version for the Wii U, which presumably doesn't have the 30-second clips. I don't know, maybe it does. If somebody had one and they're like, it has, I don't know, I think I tried to Google that and it was inconclusive. I don't know, this is such, you know, just recording a video, I feel like I'm like a news anchor or something. I have to Google everything because I don't want to say something that's not true, even though I'm assuming that's true. But yeah, these are all just clips of me playing. I kind of was going for, you know, clips of me playing well. Most of the time, I might not be playing that well. Okay, and then I'm just stringing them together and then adding the audio after the fact. So hopefully this will work out, you know, with this type of review video. I don't know, obviously I'm late to the game reviewing this game. I'm using the iPhone 14 Pro that I just got, so I couldn't have really done it before without this. But yeah, so Toadette, this character is new, and she's pretty cool. It kind of reminds me of the Princess Toadstool at the end of Super Mario Brothers, and how inexplicably she turns into kind of Princess Peach. She kind of does that in this game. So Which, interestingly, okay, the Peachette, which is Toadette, is Princess Peach-like character after you get the crown. You know, she really is a lot like Princess Peach, and then it's kind of like Princess Peach is saving herself, which is interesting. There's got to be a good word to describe that kind of thing, like your doppelganger saves you in kind of a Back to the Future type way. I was trying to think of what that word would be. Anybody out there can think of what they call that type of thing? I'd like to know. So, but yeah, you know, when I Super Mario 2, like I said, one of my favorite games for the the NES game, as far as for any system, one of my favorites actually, because I'm pretty busy, so I like a nice short game. Usually that would take like 30 minutes about to beat the game. And I always like playing Princess Peach in that. Man, I do all the warps. But, so yeah, it's pretty easy with Toadette, and then if that's not easy enough in certain situations like these lava levels or the end of the game, you got Nabbit. So, you know, it doesn't really need to be easier than that. It's just easy enough if you are as good as me. Maybe a little kid couldn't beat the game. You know, really, it's been tested as far as at the Nintendo World Championships. My skill level is about comparable to maybe like a 10-year-old boy. So I'm not really that good at Nintendo, honestly. But, yeah, I would give this game a 10, which I'm calling this video series for right now Bottoms Up Video Gaming, because I'm giving you the score first. If you want to read about that, I just figured, theoretically, you know, cool, give the score first, so kind of the opposite of what other places might do. And, yeah, I mean, go out and pick this up. If for some reason you see it on sale, I'm assuming that might be the thing which is holding you back before is the price, or maybe you just got a new job, so you got the money, or something like that. But yeah, go get it. It's awesome. It's a good game if you like this kind of genre. And that's it. The end.